Welcome, bettingthew family. It's excellent to be here. We have a crossover episode today, one we've been waiting for a long time. We got our good friend, we're outside, so we got wasps too. We got our good friend, Dano Mataya. Dano, it is a pleasure to have you on the show, my friend.
Absolutely. Should have went over how to pronounce my last name, Mataya.
Mataya.
All good. All good. If you need help pronouncing anything, use her hoop stats where I'm affiliated. We have tons of pronunciations for WNBA players, not all of them, but yeah, dude, love your guys' shtick, like what y'all are doing at your age. Awesome. Been a blast to watch you guys kind of grow steadily, and sky's the limit. And you're highlighting women's sports, which is the best.
It's always the best. Dano is one of the early fans of Betting the W, and we couldn't be more grateful for your support. Like you mentioned, the plug god, he is with her hoop stats, and he is, I'll say it, the crown prince of WNBA Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Keeps it very real, produces the best content. I'm saying it. It's an opinion, but I say it as fact.
I think it's a fact.
I think it's the best.
Very nice of you.
We are so pleased to have you here, Dano, or to be here with you. We are in New York, here visiting Dano, and last night we saw the Gotham FC match. Today we see the Liberty take on the Aces. We're getting the full New York experience.
Sirens
Going on in the background. We're in New York, baby, the city of dreams. And speaking of soccer, Damon and I took in a great soccer game last night. Saw Gotham FC play. Missed the first goal of the game. We kind of thought that might be it, but we got our second half goal as well. Fantastic fans, fantastic environment at Red Bull Arena. And then...
And Kate took in a really bad match this morning.
Thank you for that transition, Kate. The biggest news in the world of women's sports is the Women's World Cup. The U.S. women's national team is done. They lost to Sweden this morning on penalty kicks, literally by the slimmest of margins. A 0-0 tie, went to penalties. Sweden scored the closest goal you could possibly score, had it just over the line. And the U.S. women's national team is done. 4 matches, 4 goals, easily their worst performance ever in a World Cup. What's your reaction, Dano, as our valued guest? What's your thoughts on the situation?
Embarrassing. Like,
Yes.
I don't want to mince words. Like, I think holding them to a higher standard is what we should be doing. Understand that there's a lot of youth on the team, but the veterans really didn't deliver either. I mean, you're talking about Alex Morgan, one of the most decorated goal scorers in the history of the sport. Doesn't get a single goal the entire tournament. Mind you brought up 4 games, 4 goals. 3 of those were against Vietnam. So,
exactly. As 6.5 goal favorites,
Yeah.
it's worth noting.
like, didn't cover a single game. The coach has been getting a lot of heat, which I think is rightfully deserved.
Yeah.
I don't know how you have the worst performance in the history of the World Cup and are brought back, but I've seen worse.
Yeah, it was definitely a shocking result. Like you mentioned, 0 covers, 0 even really excitement. They had 2 0-0 draws, 1-1 draw. Just a bad look for the women's national team. And like you mentioned, we had high expectations because they're earned, because they've been so dominant, and they did not live up to those expectations. So we'll see what happens in 4 years. And the result of this tournament is still to be decided. I think it'll be a good one. We're seeing the parity in women's sports like we saw in March Madness.
True.
4 of the top 10 teams have been eliminated already. So big steps forward for women's sports, but not necessarily for the women's national team.
Honestly, American.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So who do you have winning it all now?
England.
Kate's got England. Kate's an England loyalist.
Family ties.
Family
Yeah.
ties. And they're doing pretty good. They had a slow start, managed to hold on like the U.S.
Yep.
Actually smashed it, unlike the U.S. lately. So I just Googled it. We have a game at 3:30 a.m., which I will not be up for today, against Nigeria. So
Maybe
I need one of these countries to take down the colonizers.
Yes.
for real.
That's
we
I'm
got
rooting for any of those.
If Nigeria beats England, I would not be mad.
we got a lot of history repeating
Yeah.
itself.
A lot of revenge games.
I've got a lot to learn about teams that aren't the U.S. women's national team because that's been my pick, and I'm not exactly a soccer expert, so I'm excited to learn about another team that will take the throne. But of course, the reason we're here today is to talk some hoops. Dano, you are very active on Twitter. You give out a lot of great picks and a lot of great insight because of your affinity for stats and stuff. I want to know, what are the best trends that you've been following this year? What's making you money and what's losing you money too?
I think definitely just one, staying as close as you can to the actual games. It's always hard. I think last year, mid-season, I had to go on my honeymoon. Sorry,
Poor guy.
This year, I had to go to the French Open in Paris with my wife, so it was very difficult to stay on top of things. But you'll notice this year, just off, like what jumps off the page is the gap between the top teams and the worst teams. Liberty definitely are not probably performing up to expectation, but one of the biggest trends that we've been loving this entire season is Liberty first half spread after a loss. I think it's 6-1 this year. After a loss, spread in general, also 6-1. So good teams are really separating themselves. Vegas at home, 10-2 first half spreads. Love that. So we're seeing like the great teams dominate early. We're also seeing some teams fall off a lot. Atlanta Dream was a huge over team. Come All-Star break, they've fallen off a cliff. 5 straight unders. So we're going to keep riding that train as well. The Indiana Fever, I don't know anyone can responsibly wager money on that team anymore. I mean, I need one more win for over 7.5 wins, and I'm still worried about it. Granted, they have a shot against the Atlanta Dream, but I don't think it's going to happen after a loss. I'm not as heavy in the prop market, but I know there's some teams that you can really pick off some nice rebounding spots depending on the matchup. I don't know. I'm just happy that we have so many markets that we can bet on this year compared to previous years where you basically had a spread and a total. Now you got props, you got alt spreads, quarters, team totals, everything. So probably the most I've seen since I've been betting the sport in the last 5 years.
Yeah, it's really come a long way, and the opportunities that we have to gamble on women's sports, and it's fantastic.
Especially being 21 now.
Yes, it's huge. It's huge. It's the golden age of betting in America, which is perfect for 21-year-olds like ourselves. Cheers. I know you've got a trend that you've been watching with the Liberty and which uniforms they wear.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What's the trend, and do we know what they're wearing today, which is Sunday?
You know, I wish I was looking at the PR email last night. Normally, that's when they would let us know. When you get your credentials at the very bottom, it says Liberty are wearing their Rebel, their Explorer, whatever jersey, and that was not included in this one. But what I do know is 5-0 against the spread in their seafoam and black mix combo jersey. Black's I think 2-2 at home, and then white just dreadful. 0-5 at home against the spread. So you don't want to see them wearing white today. It's not going to be pretty.
That's going to be very interesting to watch then.
Right?
That's a trend that you can't ignore.
Waiting to wager until we see the uniforms.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea. I mean, granted, it's hard to imagine the Las Vegas Aces this season having a spread by less than 10, but if it was going to be anybody, it's the New York Liberty, and I don't think they're going to lose every game to the Aces this month, but it's going to be extremely tough when a team like Las Vegas, who's so the continuity is so strong, they know their roles, they play beautiful basketball. I mean, Candace Parker's out and they're still putting up crazy numbers. The defense is still there, so it's going to be a tough matchup to win, and unless the Liberty bench delivers today, it's going to take Sabrina triple-double and a Stewie 30-point game to pull it off.
Yeah.
I have been loving Sabrina's overs since the All-Star break. She's been hot.
So hot.
But, like you say, this is the Aces we're talking about. They're so unique in their dominance this year.
And the line's up to 5.5. I mean, nowhere in New York, but...
No, it opened at 6.5, so, I mean, I definitely think that there's angles to bet the Liberty here. It's just, I think I see Liberty winning a close one or an Aces blowout.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even hate putting, an alt spread of Vegas win by 10. It's pretty good odds, or Liberty winning outright. But I don't see it being that close of a game if Vegas comes out the way they want to. They could come out and step on their throats early, which we've seen the Aces do. Like twice last year, I think they put up 30 in the first quarter against New York. Won one game by 44. The other game, they let New York come all the way back from down 22. So they haven't had good luck here, but they did beat the Aces in Las Vegas last year. Sabrina put up a 30-point triple-double. It was one of the masterclass of a game. But you got to have some really strong guts to bet against these Las Vegas Aces.
Yeah, exactly. So we talk about the two de facto super teams. Aces stand out above the rest, and then you've got the Liberty, who are kind of on their heels, and then you've got the Sun, who are more of a homegrown team that have really been able to put pressure on those top two. I'm curious, outside of those top three, what team do you actually believe in? What team could maybe be, in the semifinals with those three, getting to that point in the season?
Easily the Dallas Wings.
That's what I like to hear.
Blew it last night. I guess 2 nights ago, but nobody was beating the Chicago Sky when they're shooting 60% from three. It's weird game, but they have the kind of differentiating playing style that no other team really has. All their bigs can shoot. Even Tara McCowan's hit a 3 this year.
Yeah.
They play fast. They play strong. Depends on what you get from Enrique, but this team is built to do something special, and maybe you even get Diamond DeShields back at the end of the year. Who knows? They probably should be 2-0 against the Liberty. They just had a really bad third quarter the first time playing in New York. They've won 7 out of 8 quarters, I think, playing against the Liberty. So it's obviously a bad matchup for them there. Covered twice against the Aces. Surprisingly, the only other team to do that is the Indiana Fever.
Really?
Yeah. Covered all 3 times.
Those are big lines.
Yeah, lost 1 game by 4, 1 game by single digits. Pretty special. So, yeah, I think the coach is definitely getting a lot out of them. So many weapons. Bench is doing solid. I placed a wager at 45-1 odds. I could see it happening.
Yeah. You're a Texas guy.
True.
I'm just a fan of fun basketball. I think sometimes fun beats good, and we've seen it a couple times this season already. So I'm sticking with the Wings, even though they're inconsistent. They've been my favorite team so far this season. So I like to hear that. I like to hear that they're hanging with the big dogs.
Yeah, so you're a tier list aficionado.
Yes.
As we know, everyone follow him on Twitter. And there's clear tiers in this league right now. Who would you put in that middle tier? I know the Wings are a bit of a step up, but that middle tier behind those 4 teams.
Right now, the Mystics, because you got to assume when they're healthy, they could be even,
When? If.
Yeah. Them, and to me, that's it.
Yeah.
I've definitely said some bad things about the Atlanta Dream this year, and I don't think they're that. I don't think they're good at all. They had a really good July, but they played almost nobody. We have so many teams under 500 that you can really rattle off some wins. It's important to not lose those games. Oh, the Lynx. The Lynx have been so hot.
So you buying the Lynx?
Yeah, thank you. Hold me accountable, guys.
Okay.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
Lynx have been hot. They're fun. You can tell that's a team that really likes each other. I don't think we get the same vibes with the Liberty. Not saying they don't. Just the Lynx feel like a family. It's cute.
It's so sick. We went and saw them play at the Sun last Sunday, I think, a week ago.
Oh, no way?
And when they won, and I always feel bad because when I go to the Sun games, I know I should root for the local squad, but I always find myself rooting for the visiting team. And the Lynx are so much fun. You can see it when they play the game, and just a lot of fun players and a great future too, because they're so young. And but a team that's ready to win now.
Speaking of young, I met Dorka Juhas at that game.
That was so painful to see.
He was at the casino.
Oh, speaking of that casino's like a death trap. I've never won money there.
No.
we briefly discussed. You had drinks with Marina Mabry after a Sun game. Was that correct?
Not with her, but
She
saw
was
her
there.
getting absolutely having a good night. Let's say that.
Respect Marina.
Yeah, it was during the finals, which, I mean, shame on me for betting the Aces in Game 3, because I've been to 7 Connecticut Sun games in 3 different stadiums now, and I've never seen them lose a game.
Really?
I'm like, I tweeted at Mohegan Sun, I'm like, if you want me in the building, I'll be there for Game 4. But Marina was there to support her college teammate, Jackie Young, which is super cool to see. Like, nobody wants to be in Uncasville. I've been on the record saying that place sucks. And I'll say it again here. Awful place. If they ever get an All-Star game, I'll lose my mind.
I can't imagine
Where
them
they would.
supporting an All-Star game.
Where would
Were
they
we at game? You were at game 3?
We were at game.
I think we were at game
You were
3
at
too.
game
We did, yeah. We saw them.
Oh,
We
no
saw
way.
them catch a dub in the
Yeah.
finals there, yeah.
Yeah, it was so dumb of me to bet that game. I just wanted to see a championship in person so bad, and I let that get the best of me. But yeah, I mean, I don't plan on going to any Sun Liberty games this year, even if there is one. I'm gonna skip it. Not doing that to
Don't go
Libs. Granted, like, I need 5 more wins for the Sun to cash our 25+ win bet. That'll be great. They're fun. Have a lot of games where they have those offensive letdowns, but Lord, when they're cooking, they're just so different. And AT deserves to be an MVP conversation. Yeah, don't ever text me to come to my Dean Sun again. If we do steal my debit card, I'm not betting in the casino.
It was such a terrible 5 minutes of my life where I walked into the casino. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this
Like
at
the
all.
vibes here.
I don't like this. What's going on here?
And
Then
then
she
your phone
sends us
just
a picture.
dings and it's a picture of you right now.
Just back-to-back L's in the worst fashion possible.
I
Sticking to the sports book.
you bring up Dorca and Diamond and their young players and how fun they are. I did not expect what we're getting from Dorca at all.
Yeah, right.
Super consistent at UConn. She's missed some games, I think her junior year or 4th year, but then got hurt again last year a couple times. But she's really taking advantage of opportunity, and I probably don't mention her name enough when I'm talking about the Lynx, but very impressed.
Nice. Yeah.
She is really good. The love Connecticut has for her.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my God.
It was amazing. It was a lot of fun.
Could not get a hey, what's up off with her. There were too many UConn fans in the building.
Too many children.
Love that. Good for her.
What do we got for time?
10 minutes.
Okay.
Well,
We want to try the grid, or we want to save it?
I think we go for the grid.
Okay, you want a grid with me?
Let's try.
Go straight in the grid.
Let's go.
Is this on my phone?
Let's hit the gritty, yeah. Okay. So I'll superimpose this onto the video, but Damon made us a grid. If you're not familiar with grid trivia, it's the hottest thing in sports trivia right now. It's a 9x9 grid. It looks like a tic-tac-toe board.
3x3.
Oh yeah, sorry, 9 total, 3x3, with 3 teams on top and 3 teams along the y-axis. And then you have to match up a player that fits into the intersecting squares in each square. It's tricky to do. Usually you're shooting for rarity in this game. In the WNBA, it's tough to even find one player that fits into each square. So we are just going to try to fill all these squares if we can do so. We go back and forth here. So, Dano, would you like to do the honors and claim the first square?
Yeah, easy. Jazz Thomas this year.
Jazz Thomas.
There you go.
Which top left? Okay. I'm gonna go all over the place. I'm gonna go out of the order. Let's do New York Liberty, 5,000 points. Brianna Stewart.
I don't think she's there.
Is that 5,000?
No, not yet.
Dang. Okay.
Guys, I got one.
Okay.
Sorry for you guys.
Oh, and UConn.
There you go. There you go. All right, kick it. All right.
Middle right.
Middle right.
On links.
All right.
Damon, are you going to, or you know the
I
answer?
made it. Damon made it, so he knows.
Okay. So, who's it?
I
me?
think-
I
It looks
literally
back to
tried
you.
make- This looks so similar to the one I tried to make last night, and I had the answers, and I can't remember them right now.
Okay. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go Sun and Liberty. Beck Allen also this year.
Allen, yes, sir.
There you go.
Oh my god.
All right.
Money. Let's get a deep cut.
I want to. Okay.
Look out of this bag.
I do not. I thought the last one was low hanging fruit. Way too presumptive of me. I did not realize how many points 5,000 is, but I know for a fact Sue Bird had to have at least 5,000 points, and she went to the University of Connecticut. So bottom right, I'm putting Sue Bird. Low hanging fruit. No rarity on that one.
It's another very easy one with the Liberty for sure, and with the Sparks. I don't want to say.
He just wants to do it himself.
Yeah, just go for it.
We're getting torched right now.
We need at least one sicko pull. Gotta show it off.
I can't remember the name, but I know. I literally saw the Sparks 5,000 last night.
Yeah, let's pass it on to Dan.
Liberty and 5,000 would be Tina Charles.
Tina Charles, yeah.
Just out of curiosity, did Rebecca Lobo have 5,000 points?
5,000, no.
Really? Okay. That would have been my guess, so I'm glad I didn't guess that.
Only 23 players.
Okay.
The 5K.
And Diana Taurasi has twice as many,
many.
which is kind of crazy to think about. Okay. I am going to try to guess one of those players who played for the Sparks. I'm going to go with Candace Parker.
Candace Parker.
Yes. That was the other one.
That's a gimme.
Yep. So we've got top left, top middle, middle right, and then the bottom three all claimed.
Yes.
So Lynx Sparks, Lynx Liberty, and UConn
Oh, that was super.
Sun.
Oh,
Who's
no.
UConn Sun.
Oh,
It's from UConn.
oh, easy. She's on there right now.
You can't say that and not say that. What the fuck is that?
I just thought it's your pick.
Oh, well, no, it was not my pick. I was just.
Isn't it your turn?
I didn't know we were doing turns.
I think.
I thought we were going with
All right.
Oh.
I think Kate just wanted to answer it. All right, you
I
can go.
want to. but
Okay, go.
I don't know.
Damn. All right.
Disaster class.
Olivia Nelson Ododa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Come on.
I just can't pull that information out of my head.
All right.
Yeah, when you're looking at a grid, man, you lose.
Blank.
The Sun have multiple players right now.
Now I got to
Yeah.
think of Lynx players that aren't
Let's
rookies.
see,
I know.
Bridget
Lynx.
Carlson.
This part is tough.
BC.
BC played for the Sun.
We learned drafted
Yeah.
by the Sun. Which
Drafted by the
Yes,
Sun.
we
I
love
did
BC
learn that
here. We learned this last night.
Wait, what are we Lynx and Lynx?
Lynx,
Lynx,
Lynx Sun,
Lynx
and
what?
Lynx Lives. Okay. I'm gonna say I don't think this is right. Lindsay Whalen, did she play for the Liberty?
I feel like, yeah, I'm gonna check it.
She definitely
I'll
was
check it.
Lynx Sun also.
Lynx Sun, yeah.
Dang it.
I have her. She has some points. You know, I just looked up Whalen. Okay, Jenna pulls up on her hoop stats.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, I'll double check you. Keep thinking that.
Wait, I'm so sorry. What did we still have on?
Lynx Sparks.
I think Lynx Sparks is probably.
Oh, I got. Wait, did we already get Lib's links?
I guessed, but I think I was wrong.
Okay, I have it, but I don't. I'm drawing blanks with Link Sparks, and I feel really bad about that.
I think I'm tapped.
Yeah, I'm pulling her on.
Is it a
Let's
current
take it.
Sparks
It's
player?
taking me a minute, alright?
See, I don't know anyone that plays for the
Spell her
Sparks.
name
I'm gonna Google it.
I spelled it wrong like 6 times. Alright. Lynx, Lives, Lindsay Whalen.
All right. Then I'm
that
tapped
No.
out. That's the best that I get.
Crystal Dangerfield.
Okay. Who did you have in mind for Lynx Sparks?
Lynx Sparks, it was a deep cut. I don't remember, honestly.
Oh my
Yeah, I'll
god.
pull it up.
Yeah, man. I try to rattle the brain. It's not coming up.
Well, that doesn't help me. I don't
See,
know
this
what
is
I
why
said.
we need you guys to put together the grid.
Oh,
Yeah.
did Odyssey Sims play for both?
That's what I had.
Oh,
No
Yeah,
way.
Yeah.
That is very deep.
yeah.
I don't even
Love
know
her
what that
so
is.
much.
There you go.
Shout out Baylor.
Good grid.
Texas.
Good grid.
Yeah.
David.
Texas.
Yeah. Defensive Player of the Year in the Big 12. People forget.
Yeah, and I swear we sat in front of her parents at the finals game. 'Cause
Really?
when she came in for the Sun,
Love that.
those people went crazy. Whoever was in front of us.
All right. Great
Shout
grid,
out her
David.
parents.
That was a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
So
Definitely.
I'll learn
We
how to make one, and then I'll do it for you guys.
see now you understand the concept,
Now you
right?
get it.
Now you get it.
I tried so hard. I tried so hard.
She's great. She's great at her job.
All right.
Okay. We're going to do a little rolling the dice before we finish up here. If you're not familiar with rolling the dice, I will explain it. So we roll 3 dice, then 2 dice, and 1 die. Those 3 numbers represent a slash line. Any 3 stats you want, typically we go points, rebounds, assists, but it can be really anything you want. And whoever gets the closest, you assign that stat line to a player. Whoever gets the closest to that accurate stat line wins for the week. So, Dave, you want to kick us off with 3 dice?
Hold on. Who won last time?
We don't have to talk about it.
Obviously, Kate won because she is some sort of wizard at this game and seemingly never loses. So we're all trying to take down Kate.
I'm scared of this.
Is there a leaderboard or something? Like, y'all keeping track of this full time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we have it.
keep
Okay.
track of it week to week. I haven't put together the full records yet, but
But I know.
Kate,
every single
She
week
has, I think it's 4-2-2.
It's,
At least 4.
but those 2 twos,
We did
I
play
wasn't
against each
on
other.
Yeah.
Time.
so I am 4 for 4 for the weeks that I've known.
Kate dominates this. So our first number,
7.
3, 3, and 1 is a 7.
Nice.
That's a low number for a 3 roll.
We'll still not a bench player.
Our 2 is going to be 5 and 3. We got 8.
Okay.
7, 8, and 4. 7, 8, and 4. It's a little bit of everything. A lot of nothing.
I hate that. Wait, I just gotta go off the dome like Kate does.
That's true.
I try my research.
Yeah.
It never works. I'm going off the dome like Kate does.
Bro, I don't. 7?
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm probably gonna go 8-7.
Yeah.
Okay.
4.
Yeah, 8, 7, 4.
8-7-4. See, now I can't think of one player. That's the thing about all this.
I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
I have a name that I would like to pick. It looks like it might not be bad. Okay, I'm gonna roll with Jordan Canada on Tuesday. She gets a lot of rebounds and a lot of assists. I'm gonna go 8 points, 7 assists, 4 boards for Jordan Canada.
It's believable.
Can you write that down? So
Yeah.
don't forget it.
No.
That's yes.
Say 8-7-4 across.
Uh,
I don't even remember what you said.
8, 7, 4. Actually, I'm going to go today against the Mystics because that's going to be a much slower game, so she won't score as much. So against the Mystics today, Jordan Canada, 8, 4, 7.
Okay.
7 assists.
I feel like I have to pick at the game we're going to be at.
There.
I'll go CBS, Courtney Vandersloot,
Yes, sir.
Big Pharma.
Yes, sir.
What the hell? Never heard this?
Call it CPS.
Yes.
CBS.
Oh my god.
Delivers the prescription.
Courtney Vandersloot. 8 points, 7 assists, 4 boards.
She could go for like 20
She could,
assists.
yeah.
So, I mean, like, yeah, you can tell this is a very point guard-esque line.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, I don't know if riding players.
Your girl, BC?
I looked her up, right? She scored 0 points in the last 5 games.
Listen, she's due.
Yeah.
She's due.
If she's due, she's due for like.
Are we talking about
20
Bridget
plus.
Carlson?
Bridget
I
Carlson.
love her, but yeah.
Love
Kate's favorite.
her. My favorite, but she will not score. That's
That's trouble.
that's what you can't do. You know, people. Everyone. Do you have a plan?
I do.
Okay.
Benigna Laney.
Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good
I'm
one.
going to go 8.7 points, 4 assists.
8-7-4 straight across.
High on the assist, but whatever. Could be low on points. We'll see.
They're gonna be facilitating. All right, Kate. You always wait till the end. You always pull out a winner. So let's see what you got.
8 points.
8-7-4.
8-7-4. That's an assist. Becca Allen.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay. That's a solid Becca Allen.
Like it.
I think it's a little higher than what she's been doing this season. But like the way we calculate the points, I'll take a few off the less points here and there.
All right,
I
so
think she's good.
against the Storm on Tuesday,
Sure.
Becca Allen. All right, those are the rolling the dice picks. We got Courtney Vandersloot today, Jordan Canada today, Becca Allen on Tuesday, and then Benigna Laney in today's game.
So y'all gonna have to wait for mine.
We'll
And it's
find
gonna be a
out.
winner.
It will be a winner. It will be.
We'll see who's looking at the end of the
We'll
day.
snipe that. Before we head out, we head off to the Barclays Center. We like to finish with our walk-off pick. I believe Damon and I both hit on last week's picks, so I'm up to 11-16. He's all the way up at 17-10. Kate, 8-19. I will give. What's that?
No, you're fine.
Nah, just do one,
Pick a winner.
and then Dano, a chance to start off 1-0 in your career here. So, David, you want to lead us off? Your walk off?
I got mine also today's game. I know the video might come out after the game. Bear with me, I swear we were
Promise.
beforehand.
It's
I got Stewie. Her line was at 22.5 last time I checked. I think she's gonna go for 30 plus. I'll get alternate line 30 plus.
Ooh, okay.
You've gone back to back Brandon Stewart points props. I believe
If it works, it works.
I believe in the last 2 episodes I did 2 Sabrina points props, and they cashed with ease. I'm not going to roll with it for 3 weeks in a row, but that is my unofficial pick of the day. Where is she sitting at? 16.5 points, hammer it. She's been scoring like crazy lately. I'm going to go a straight-up winner. They might be favored, but I don't think... they probably won't be favored. I'm going the Fever to beat the Sparks on Tuesday. Wishful thinking over here. You got the Fever at 7.5. I got them all the way up at 10.5. So if you're sweating, I'm drowning in buckets over here. Wishful thinking, baby Fever, going off on Tuesday at home. Please.
It's doable. It's doable. It'll be
I
the
don't
third
think the
game of
Sparks are
road
that
trip.
I think the Sparks are not good.
Same.
It's winnable. I'm not going to say it's a win, but it's winnable.
And they want Caitlin Clark for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's going to be
Imagine that
so
duo.
much fun. Speaking of, thank you, Dano, for this shirt. I
Way
won
to
one
win
of
the
Dano's
contest.
giveaways.
Yes,
Such a generous gentleman.
absolutely.
Kate, why don't you give us a pick and then we'll walk it off with Dano here.
We're going stock. And
Ooh.
we're not going England. We're going Australia over Denmark.
The host
Oh.
country.
Tomorrow.
Like it.
Okay.
I do too.
Like it.
Denmark's good.
Australia.
Yeah, no,
of course.
Australia.
Australia got home court advantage. Denmark's really quite good. It's a good matchup. I'm hoping to see Australia pull up.
There we go.
That's my
There's your
I'm
international
not
soccer
getting
talk.
at 6:30.
We'll see it when we wake up. Dano, it's been a fantastic episode.
Yeah.
Thank you again for joining us.
Yeah.
We loved having you on. We will definitely have you on again.
Anytime.
You're a recurring guest. Sir, as your big finish, what is your pick for this week?
I have to go big, and because I'm a hater, and the team I love to hate on the most, the Atlanta Dream, I'm taking the Storm money line against them on Thursday. I love it. I want to. Anytime I can make fun of that team. It's a good night for me. It's great individual talents, terrible team. Storm just play hard. So,
They did.
and I can't go light. I can't go something soft. I gotta hit a big dog money line. Shout out to
Yes.
Ollie. He loves you guys, by the way.
There
Well
we
done.
go. Shout out Ollie.
Dog.
Thank you, Dano.
Yes.
This has been fantastic.
Thank you so much, dude.
Love New York. Love you.
Yeah,
Love Ollie.
Come anytime.
Worth waking up at 5.
Thank you so much for joining us.